Game after game, season after season, Cooper Kupp hasn't just been the star of Eastern Washington's football team. He's quite possibly been the greatest FCS player of all time.
You know, I'm not going to let anyone outwork me.
But if you've ever watched the Eagles play these past 4 years, one question remains. How is a guy like that playing at a small school like this?
They believed in me. That was huge.
Cooper Kupp was born in Yakima, Washington, the oldest of Craig and Karen's 4 children.
Had to put the football in his lap because we knew that was where he was headed.
His grandpa, Jake Kupp, is a former Husky turned Pro Bowl guard for the New Orleans Saints, while his father, Craig, was a quarterback selected in the 5th round of the 1990 draft by the New York Giants.
Yeah, well, I don't know what it was, if it's in the blood or something, but I mean, I was just born with this passion for football.
Cooper had the mindset and skills to be great at any sport he played. He just didn't have the body.
You start off, you know, everyone's at the same level, you know what I mean? And I'm able to go out there and compete with my friends and feel good about what I'm doing, and then all of a sudden my friends start growing and you know, they're up there slapping the backboard and I'm trying to touch the ball with the net during basketball practice.
Size, speed, strength, they all weren't coming anytime soon for the 14-year-old.
You know, being a late bloomer was probably one of the hardest things I've gone through in my life. You know, the lesson I learned from that was that I was gonna have to go out and earn everything.
Work on the fundamentals, work on your skills, get your skills down as close to perfect as you can, strive for perfection, and then your body's gonna come.
The undersized dreamer took that mentality to Davis High School, where head coach Rick Clark was trying to jumpstart a struggling Pirates team.
They'd had 2 winning seasons in 40 years.
It was around this time Eastern Washington head coach Bo Baldwin remembers his first encounter with a young Cooper Kupp.
The first memory probably is somewhere during summer football camp. I was out here running around, undersized, skinny. Yeah, he didn't have measurables in 9th or 10th grade. He'll be the first to say that.
While Kupp didn't look the part, Clark, who was on the coaching staff of Michigan's 1997 national championship team, knew this kid was going to be special. The Kupp family did everything they could to market Cooper, and that started with Grandpa Jake's alma mater at the University of Washington.
We couldn't even get them to call us back. Just couldn't get anything from them, and that was really frustrating.
They also tried Washington State.
I'd worked with Mike Leach at Cal Poly years ago and sent Coop's film, and Mike was very interested. Mike liked him a lot, but Mike had to honor the Coach Wolf's commitments.
Kupp's high school career ended with a 68-22 playoff loss to Meade. He had no college offers waiting for him at the end of that game.
And I'm walking off the field that last time thinking, I might not have a concrete opportunity to play at the next level.
Luckily for Kupp, Bo Baldwin kept tabs of that underclassman with no measurables.
Started to see it with not only what he was doing on the football field, but how he competed in basketball and what he did there.
It's worth noting that Cooper was a leader on Davis's 4A state title team.
They all had shirts and they all had nicknames put on the back, and the guys put the biz on the back of his because he was all about business. He knows how to have fun, but he's, you're going to practice, you're practicing to get better, and he didn't really like that nickname, but that's what he got. So, which really was fitting, I think, for
It was that kind of attitude, along with a recent growth spurt, that kept the Eagles interested in the best-kept secret in the state.
Even though he was still under-recruited, we still felt like he was still our number one. And, and we were kind of quiet about that.
Actually, Coach Clark was the first to tell me. He said, when I was turning in my gear, he said, Eastern is probably going to offer you something. I don't know what it is.
I had a friend on the staff at Idaho State, and I recommended them to them, and they came in and offered him a full, and then that's when Eastern came in and offered him a full.
I mean, you look at it 2 ways. You can get frustrated and look at, yeah, he was overlooked, or you can look at what a blessing it is that he's at Eastern Washington.